He didn't play any role in your recruitment to this team, your decision to join this team in 2019?
Not at all. That has nothing to do with me. I'm from LA, and I grew up here my whole life, and out here, people try to, find any way to get some money. So it probably won't be the last. I know a lot of people out here.
Richard, this is not college recruiting, right? I mean, we don't usually see runners in the NBA, which is basically what this guy is alleging he was.
It's weird because you want to say, okay, was this introduction done during the Toronto, when he was in Toronto, before free agency? That would be the only things like, hey, I'm going to connect you, I'm going to do all of these things. But if it wasn't done during that time period, there's nothing illegal here. This is professional sports. This is why it's done this way. No one cares.
First of all,
this is a LA guy. Tell him.
If you don't got nothing signed from Jerry West, look, hey, if I get you Kawhi 2.5, then this doesn't have any legs. It sounds like an AAU deal. Yeah. If you want my son or my nephew to come play with you, then it costs this money. That goes on the AAU. I know firsthand.
Producer Danny literally just said in Richard's IFB, Richard, how much did you get?
I got zero. I wasn't that good. See, Paul was number one player coming out as a sophomore and as a junior. And he was top 10 everywhere.
You know what I got coming? I got a suit jacket. Just because that was the dress uniform with a clip-on tie. So that's what I got.
Yeah, Arizona, I didn't get anything.
Here's what I would say from an outsider's. I obviously was not on the phone with Jerry West or any of these people. I do not know what happened. I will look forward to the results of the investigation. But from an outsider's perspective, if they knew they could, quote, get Kawhi for $2.5 million,
they would
not have given up all of those draft picks for Paul George.
Yeah.
Right? Think about the price that they paid for Kawhi Leonard. We know the price they paid for Kawhi Leonard. It was a trade deal to the Oklahoma City Thunder that gave them their best young player and picks for the rest of eternity.
Man.
If all that they were going to get was, this guy will get him for you, man, that would have been getting off late.
And then they have the voicemail as evidence of Jerry West. And it's I listened to it. There's nothing there. It's saying, hey, thank you. We appreciate it. And, he might have said a comment about the Lakers, which was true at the time, right? I'm not going to repeat, the show that he was saying that the Lakers were, which was true. But there was nothing in that voicemail. So it's here's evidence of him calling me and saying thank you. That's not evidence of $2.5 million. And so, maybe there's more out there.
Let me ask you, so let's just say there's some legs to this and, he's right on what he's saying. Okay, the NBA investigates. Okay, so what happens now? The trade is null and void?
No. What they do is
they fine you.
Remember Joe Smith?
You get a huge fine.
Remember Joe Smith? Where he had that kind of under-the-table contract and fire his agent. They could penalize him, take away draft picks, take away all that stuff. So that's the penalty. Now, that was hard for Minnesota because Minnesota with KG and all them, they weren't a free agent destination, so they really had to do it via draft picks. The Clippers, if they were to lose a couple of draft picks, and it would probably be after the draft picks that they were that the OKC got. So it really put them back 5 or 6 years with draft picks, which could be detrimental.
It is funny to see this phone call paraded around because it doesn't actually prove the allegations involved, but also
baseless.
It's sort of holding up look what Jerry West said about the Lakers. Well, Jerry West split from the Lakers is very well documented and well publicized.
And he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying at the time.
That is something. That is a matter of opinion. But I will just say that there's no scandal in the fact that Jerry West doesn't have the nicest thing to say about the Lakers these days. That is, again, a split that's been well documented.